149, we had them at 159, we sold them at 169. I have got only this quantity basically at the price break of $149. Already they're selling very quickly for the people that have bought these. This was an accidental a star, if you will. The United States government made this little coin and currency set, and they've made a few of them over the course of the years, and we got them, and we thought it was no big deal, and we got them because the dollar bill in here is not particularly special. People say, what's that worth? And I go, like $1. I mean, it's just like $1. We got the Sacagawea golden dollar out of this, and we just thought it was a regular coin, and we would have certified it out of the coin and currency set because they only did 50,000, you know what I mean? And we get it, and we see this. Enhanced uncirculated. See this? Enhanced uncirculated. All of a sudden we realized this wasn't just a thing, this was a big thing. Because what we have right here is something that is virtually unique in modern American numismatics. They only did 50,000 of this, and this coin is only available in this set. This coin is only available in this set. In terms of enhanced uncirculated, the United States government has made 3 enhanced uncirculated coins in its history, this being by far the rarest one. There is a Kennedy half dollar, okay, that was done in enhanced uncirculated, and it sells for, they did 225,000 of those, they did 50,000 of those. They had an enhanced uncirculated American silver eagle, that sells for like $200. They did 250,000 of those. At 50,000, this is basically the rarest modern issue regular coin put out by the United States government, and it's not even close, folks. It's not even close. Please bear with me here that I explain this to you. The only other regular issue coin, so in other words, like a silver eagle or a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, a half dollar, that comes close to this is the 1995 W coin. Okay? The 1995 W. They made 30,000 of that coin. They made 50,000 of this coin. That coin sells, that 30,000 mintage coin sells for $5,000 to $7,000. $5,000 to $7,000, okay? Yeah. The next rarest coin is this one. The next rarest one after that is the 2011 United States government issue reverse proof American Silver Eagle, which in this condition is $699. So you've got $5,000, $149, $700. Wow. You get that? Yeah. Okay. I think you should get that. Now, here's the other thing. We have graded, you go now EU69, I'll wait for the EU70. There's 50,000 of these coins made. I have now purchased about 15,000 of them, a third of the entire mintage. I've sent them into Annex for certification. You know how many 70s I've gotten?
How many?
0.
Really?
Not one single solitary 70 from Annex is graded. This is
out of 15,000?
Out of 15,000. So I'm guessing that there's not a 70 in existence for Annex for this particular coin. So here's now what we have with this. I have got the rarest regular issue United States government coin right here at $149. I had sold out several thousand of these coins at $149. I had to go to $159. I had to go to $169. And I got, it was just an absolute anomaly. It was just exactly right place, right time that a guy had to move about 750 of these sets at a price that was significantly 20% below market, because this price from the original issue price, these things are selling for 400 to 500% more than the original issue price on this already. And so because of that, I was able to, like I said, right place, right time, be exactly where I was supposed to be. I got the sets, and I go, look, I got a great deal. Yeah. And the last time I had these at $169, folks, we did not do the price break because I couldn't sell them. The last time I had these at $169, I sold them out. Right. I didn't have any more. I only have these and only have this quantity, and we've already got dozens and dozens. I've got, by the time we get done with this, and I know we have 4 minutes, we may spend a tad bit more time there, because I think we can sell all 500 of these. Sure. I really think we can sell all 500 of these coins, is ultimately what it comes down to, because I know I did that the last time we had these coins at $169.
I was just going to say that. It was at the HSN price.
And I think I sold 500 of them at $159. It is only a one-time kind of anomaly that I'm doing $149. It's like thanks for watching on a Wednesday night kind of thing is what this is. And if you are trying to call in right now, there is going to be, we have a little bit of a kind of a wait, okay, is ultimately what this comes down to because of the opportunity. So let's go back. There are only 50,000 of this coin. Now understand, this coin only comes in this. We didn't realize when the government released this set that this was a special coin. So it is by far and away the rarest Sacagawea golden dollar. I mean, it's not even close. It is by far and away the rarest regular issue United States government coin. The United States government coin, it is by far the rarest issue United States government regular issue coin in 50 years. Even the 1995 W is still a silver eagle, which is kind of technically a special coin. To go back to rarity like this, you literally have to go back to like the 20s and 30s, into the 1800s, to get regular issue United States coins that by design are rare to this level, to this value, to this opportunity. And that's exactly what we've got right here. And that's exactly what your opportunity is right here, right now. I wish that I had 2,000, but understand there's only 50,000 in existence. Remember the March of Dimes set that we were selling? You know, I mean, they made 75,000 of that. This coin is it's the only modern issue coin that's rarer than those March of Dimes coins. It's the only modern issue coin that is rarer than them. So for you to understand it, even if you're not a coin collector, to put this into perspective, you have an opportunity. Some of the rarest, most desirable, most valuable regular issue United States government coins have got 200,000, 250,000, 300,000. For instance, let's take a Kennedy half dollar. Probably the most valuable regular issue Kennedy half dollar right now is the 2012 S Mint Silver Kennedy. Nationally advertised catalog, it's about a $210 coin. They made 400,000 of it. This coin is almost 10 times rarer. It's not $210. It is now, only for this time and issue and quantity, $149.95. Now, here's what happens is when we're doing something of this magnitude, what you've got here is you've got people buying multiples, which is exactly what I suggest. I own probably 20 of these coins in my collection, 20 to 25 of these coins. Our good friend Suzanne Runyon.
I was just going to mention
she owed 7 coins.
7 of them.
6 of them are this, okay? 6 of them are these.
I had watched the video on HSN.com, and she said, I heard her say, if you click on this video, she says, I walked off air, and she bought 6. Bought 6 of them, absolutely.
I think that this is, because, look, I've been doing this a very long time, as you know, Robin. I mean, you know, I've been doing this for decades. Every now and then a coin comes along that defies logic of why the United States government did it this way. I don't know. I don't know why they when they do the only enhanced uncirculated, when you look at this, you can see that the coin is different. I've sold 1 million Sacagawea golden dollars. I never knew that this is supposed to be kind of that's going to be the beading that's on her jacket that is right there. I
see so much more detail with the enhanced uncirculated.
Significantly more than you ever knew, you ever knew existed.
Right.
That's the incredible part of this. So
and it's never been done before.
Never been done before.
Right.
And it's the only one that they have or will ever do in enhanced uncirculated.
Oh, okay.
It was a one-time deal.
So it's not like they're going to repeat it.
No. And they didn't tell anybody.
Now I'm getting it.
So now you're getting it. And we didn't even realize that somebody in my back room, we ordered like 10 sets. I had to go into the market and buy them at double price, triple price, quadruple the original issue price. We had no idea they were enhanced uncirculated. Who knew? We had absolutely, positively no idea. Now, here's the problem. Once again, I had to start with a little over 500 of these at the special price. Once again, I sold them out at $159. I sold them out at $169. I could have very simply left this at $169, and we would have done 2 presentations and sold however many of them that we wanted to in 2 presentations. But I said, I'll tell you what, I got a really, really good price on this. So what I'm going to do is give you the opportunity to get that same same really, really, really good price on this. And so that's what we're doing. So we're now down under 350. And with everybody on the phone, I'm really closer to 200. To give you an idea how many people are calling it. Now, that does not even take into account the people who are buying multiples. And clearly, as we're watching the numbers jump up, there's people buying 2 and 3 and 4 because I don't know.
I mean, we don't put a cap on it. You know, no. It's not like we say you can only buy 2 or you can only buy 3. Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah. I know you would not like that.
Oh, what do you mean I can only buy 2? What?
If I want to buy 10, I want to buy 10. Well, here at HSN, we honor that. If you want to buy 10 or you just want to buy 1, that is absolutely fine. The fact that of this price break that we have for $20 off has never been done before. So this was always something that completely sold out at the $159 or the $169. So to have this brand new low price for the special Wednesday coin show with the 4 flexible payments of $37.49, even if you use FlexPay on 4 monthly installments on your credit card, you still have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you've already bought 1 item, you can get half-price shipping and handling. So if you picked up the silver bars, guess what? Take half-price shipping and handling.
Save an extra $4. Exactly. And the 4 FlexPay on this. Look,
or just until midnight tonight.
Right. And not only do we take $20 off, and this coin has only ever done this. And it has continued to do this. It was just an anomaly that I bought these sets. We're under 300 now. Okay? And with everybody on the phone, like I said, I'm still going to give you an extra couple minutes because it's such a unique opportunity. Look, the coin by itself, let me go over this again. It only comes in this set. By the way, I give you this. So you do get the little dollar bill thing, and you do get the original government packaging and all this other stuff that comes with this. So you get this, you get the exterior box and all that stuff. So you get the OGP, okay? Then you get the coin certified.
Which is original government packaging.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sorry. That's technical.
I know it's a coin term, but not all of us know that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
And so you got that. So you're going to get this. There's only, and it tells you all the things in here. It tells you the mintage right here, only 50,000. The fact that this coin is unique to the set. All of those things start coming to bear here. All those things. So what you have is, okay, here's what you're really getting. You're getting a coin that's unique within the series. Okay, it's the only enhanced uncirculated coin in the Sacagawea Golden Dollar series that's ever been in. By the way, we're well over half sold out now. So we've crossed the Rubicon, if you will, or past the point of no return on this. So the United States government enhanced uncirculated is something that they haven't done a lot of anyway. There's only 3 enhanced uncirculated coins, okay, ever done by the government. The Kennedy half dollar, the silver dollar, and this one.
Okay.
This one is 5 times rarer than any of the other ones.
And why is that? Is that because
that's just mintage? They made 250,000 of the other coins. The silver dollar sells for $199 to $229. We have it in this price right here, and there's 5 times more of them. This coin is rare. So not only do you have it rare by this, but it's really the rarest modern issue United States government coin. Just about another minute here is all we're going to do. We have so many people that should just about sell them out. So to reiterate, here's the key, the kind of everything right here. It's a unique coin to this set. There's only 50,000. In modern American numismatica, the rarest regular issue coin, and I'm including Silver Eagles, is the 1995 W. They made 30,000. That coin sells for $5,000+ for 30,000. The third rarest modern issue regular coin, and I'm including penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half, and then the Silver Eagle, is the 2011 reverse proof American Silver Eagle. That coin in this condition sells for about we sell for about $699. All right? So you've got 5,000, you've got 700, and sandwiched here in the middle, twice as rare as the third rarest at $700. Yeah. Is this coin at $149 at a unique kind of one-time opportunity, $149.95 price break, and therein lies your opportunity. Now, that opportunity is very, very, very coming quickly to a close. I had over 500 because I did I understand that's 1% of the entire mintage.
Sure.
So 1 out of every 100 coins that were made, I have available here tonight, and we will sell 1%. Nobody's ever sold 1% of the entire mintage of a coin in one airing in one place at one time.
And then let's also think about how long it's been since we've seen these. I mean, we haven't had them in a while, to my recollection.
And I sold them out at $169?
And we sold them out, exactly. So now it's the first time ever at this brand new low price for you to take advantage of. So $20 off. We have quantity back in stock, which is quickly dwindling down. So it will completely sell out. Plus the 4 flexible payments of $37.49. You get it at home. Those 4 flexible payments, if you want to take advantage of them, you're going to have to do it now because those do expire at the end of today at midnight. Plus you're getting all of the original government packaging coming included. First time ever, right, Mike, for that enhanced uncirculated. So this is an exciting must-have coin in your coin collection.
We are looking at complete and total sellout. Almost 400 gone, only about 162 left. Got more than that on the phone. And most people are smart enough to be buying multiples on this.
Yep. And you heard Suzanne Runyon, what, 6?
She bought 6.
She bought 6 of them.
I got 20.
And he's got 20. I know. I think we have like 1 or 2 in our collection.
Of course you do.
So
that's smart. You're smart.
Oh, thanks, Mike. 412-412-774 is your item number. Take advantage of the 4 flex.